Hey everybody, I just bought this aerator for $1,000 and I want to show you guys how you can start earning money on the side doing simple tasks like aerating. So let me show this thing to you. This is an older Bluebird model of aerator. I paid $1,000 for it used, and as you can see, it's in rough shape, but it works really good. You can buy these at different price points. The biggest thing I want to say is get one with a reliable motor like a Honda. These Honda motors require little to no maintenance, and they're just workhorses. Let's get started with our first yard of the day. The first thing you guys probably want to know is how much do I charge per aeration. So what I would recommend is to look around and see what other local companies charge in your area. Here, most companies charge $90 to $100 for an average size yard. So to be competitive, I come in a little bit cheaper than that at $70 a yard, but I also have other ways to make more money. All right guys, after you're done aerating, it's the best time to put down grass seed and fertilizer. So this is another option you can do to make a little bit more money from each customer. So the biggest thing is buy your fertilizer and seed in bulk. I buy 50-pound bags of it, and then this allows me to keep the price low so that it's competitive and the customers accept it. For grass seed, I usually offer 5 pounds of overseeding for $30, and I offer 5 pounds of fertilizing for $25. So these are simple add-ons that you can do after you're done aerating. All you got to do is get a spreader, walk around and push, and it's a simple way to earn some more money from each job. So when I break down the cost, I paid $150 for this 50-pound bag, and I paid $75 for this 50-pound bag. So I'm making about $15 off of each of these services, which isn't a lot, but if I'm ready here and it takes me 10 minutes, it's extra money. In terms of which to get in the spring, the best fertilizer is high in nitrogen. It helps the root depth, the green, get a nice thicker yard. And then for grass seed, you just want to get a premium seed that is sun and shade. Buy this from a landscape supplier. It'll be your best price. You do not want to buy seed from a hardware store, as it usually contains a lot of filler. Now, when it comes to putting down grass seed, like I said, I offer 5 pounds of seed for $30. So people ask, how do you know how much 5 pounds of seed is? Get a scale. And as you can see, I've marked in this bucket where 5 pounds of seed is, and I've marked where 5 pounds of fertilizer is. So you just fill it up till you're level and you're at that 5 pound mark. Then add it to your seeder and start seeding. Guys, yard number 1 is done, so I'm going to bring you guys along, show you guys some of the other yards. I'm just going to film clips, do voiceovers, and share different tips and tricks throughout the video. The next thing you're going to have to consider is how you're going to transport the aerator. These things are too heavy to physically lift them in and out by hand. So as you can see, I just have a simple small utility trailer with some wooden planks that I use to load and unload the aerator. Now, you may be wondering, what are the benefits of aerating? So aeration helps to improve the soil quality. It helps to loosen up hard packed soil by poking into it, which allows water, air to enter the ground, as well as more nutrients to enter the ground. So it helps with the overall soil quality, and it also helps to improve the root depth of the grass. Overall, if you aerate at least once a year, you're going to have a healthier, thicker yard. So this is what I tell customers. If you're going to do one thing for your yard all year, I would recommend to aerate. It's going to have the most benefits compared to anything else. People often ask about the soil plugs that are left behind. That's totally normal. They break down and wash away over time with rain. Plus, they also help with overseeding. The one thing I want to say is, don't be like lazy people. Get a leaf blower or a broom and blow them off of people's driveways. When it comes to fuel usage, the aerator hardly uses fuel. As you can see, I've done 3 yards. I started with half a tank, and there was still a little bit left in there. So it's approximately a 2-liter tank of fuel. I recommend to always use premium fuel, as small engines run better on premium. Another thing you can do if you're looking to maximize the amount of money that you can make is offer other services like gutter cleaning. This is a really simple service that you can offer. Just ask the customer if they need their gutters cleaned, and all you really need is a ladder, leaf blower, and a bucket. The prices for this are going to vary depending on the steepness of the roof, how hard it is to access, but I generally charge $200 for an average roof, and I go up there and clean them off with my blower. And going back to that other avenue of making money, something I recommend is look into different trailer options. If you're going to get a trailer, maybe you want something bigger that you can do other landscaping work with, like mulch deliveries or spring yard cleanup. So the one I have is 4x8, and to be honest, it's a little bit small. I wish I got a 5x10. As you can see, I'm already on my 5th yard of the day, and you can probably tell from these videos that a lot of these homes that I'm aerating are nicer homes. So these are probably upper middle class people that are choosing to get their yards aerated. These people often care a little bit more about their yard. So with all this being said, that's just something to consider. If you're going to target areas, drop off flyers, or try to get jobs aerating, you probably want to go around to these nicer neighborhoods, as you'll have a higher success rate. I find a little trick you can do is if you're going to aerate, go out on the weekend, and if you're in a neighborhood, a lot of the times people will come up to you on that street and ask you to do their yard as well. Almost every time I'm out aerating, I get 1 or 2 extra yards just from people hearing the sound of the machine and coming up to me asking if I can do theirs as well. One other thing I want you guys to know is aerators are prone to breaking and having to repair things. So I filmed the video. The next day I had my chain break. Let me show it to you. So right here, it's hard to see, but this link actually broke apart. So luckily it's a cheap $5 part. I can replace this, but I really want to stress the fact that you're going to have to do some maintenance on these. They vibrate so much, things are going to get damaged. And like I said earlier, get a Honda motor so that you don't have to worry about the motor. Hondas are so reliable. Alright guys, just like that, that's the end of the workday. We put in about an 8-hour day, and that included driving around from job to job. I did a total of 6 yards. That was for aerating. Some of them I put down seed or fertilizer, and I did the 1 set of gutter cleaning. So I made approximately $500 today, which covers half the cost of that machine. I've heard of guys making $10,000 to $15,000 in a month just doing aerating. So I do think it's a really good side hustle that you can do to make some extra money. If you found this video helpful, could you please leave a like, comment so other people can find it. Thanks a lot and take care.